Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Castle for Game 2 of the doubleheader on this cloudy Tuesday afternoon. Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth, bringing you Game 2 between CCBC Essex and Frederick Community College. The Knights looking to earn a split here and put a stop to a two-game losing streak. Took a two-game winning streak into Monday's game, and it's been back-to-back losses since then. Can the Knights turn that around here? Jake Crawford, the starter for the Knights. And he sees Masters for AB number 1. Gets him moving a little bit, but also gets the call from the ump behind. The Knights start 0-1. And goes 1-2. Seen some good pitches here from Crawford to start. Can he finish it off here? Early advantage. And it'll go 2-2. He missed low there. And a little outside. Where does Crawford come back? Gets him looking for out number 1 and strikeout number 1. Five pitches in total there for Crawford. And he gets strikeout number 1. Gelman. DH here for the Cougars. And it's an early advantage for Gelman. Gelman sees his first strike. And it is 2-2. So Crawford quickly finds himself right back in the same position he was in his first battle with the leadoff man. And this time it goes full. What's the strategy here from Crawford? Full count, 1 out. Battle back from a 2-0 start. And right at the third baseman for out number 2, Alvin Corella. Didn't have to take any steps to catch that one. Sent the shiver down his spine, I'm sure. Hit right at him. But out number 2. Nico Gelman puts together a good AB. Saw lots of pitches. Made hard contact there. Just forgot the whole hit them where they aren't part. Jared Holbert doing the pitching here for the Cougars. This is Jared's 8th appearance on the year. Second game started. This is 4 saves on the year already. He's seeing Liam Bowers to start the bottom of the first. And Bowers seeing a first pitch ball. Bowers, the leadoff man, LT Jimenez and Luis Marrero also due up here in this frame. And we may see Mitch Haywood from the cleanup spot if somebody's able to get on. Quick 2-0 start here to Bowers. He hops out of the way from 3-0. Four pitches was all Bowers saw. And that's all he needed to take first base. LT Jimenez trying to start a brand new hitting game streak. Saw his hitting streak end in game number 1. Game number 2 is a brand new day. And pitch number 1 to Jimenez is strike number 1 for the Cougars today. 4 straight balls to Bowers. Jimenez starts in the 0-1 hole. Hit over to first, but foul. So Jimenez buckle down a little bit here. Look to fight off some pitches. Bowers read a couple pages at the time he had to get back. Doing a little homework. Has he done his homework on this Cougars pitching staff? Will he get a chance to take second? 0-2 count. Jimenez at the plate, even in the hole. Don't want to run into outs on the bases. But also would like to take out that double play ball, if possible. Speaking. There's nothing at second. Oh, he's out. That was very close, and maybe if Bowers goes in sliding, it's a little closer. Perfect position for the ump, though. LT Jimenez reaches on a fielder's choice Luis Marrero steps in. Jimenez now taking Bauer's spot at first. And back up the middle, right to the center fielder. Hard contact. But just one, maybe two steps in for the center fielder for the Cougars, and it was out number 2. So we do see Mitch Haywood. Cleanup man here today for the Knights. And both teams with solid contact in the first inning. But no hits to show for it on the solid contact. I mean, the Cougars eventually got their hit on the infield single. Baseball's a funny game, as they say. 1-0 start to Haywood. Make it 2-0. And now with 2 outs, do we see Jimenez move at some point? He gets the sign from the third base coach. And nothing doing there. Second batter this inning for the Knights to see a 3-0 count. Bowers drew the walk. What does Haywood do here? He watches it go 3-1 as he had the take sign. Jimenez is going, Haywood swinging, and everybody will be walking back. More of the same here, as we will do it all over again. 3-2. Payoff pitch. And everybody will move up one. Second walk of the inning here for the Knights. Just like the Cougars had their chance in the first, the Knights, their chance here in the bottom. Manny Jackson getting a chance to hit with the runners at first and second. Cougars had the same exact opportunity in the top half. Came up empty-handed. How does it work for the Knights here? 2 outs. Huge opportunity in the early part of this game. Looking to come away with the split with the Cougars in the doubleheader. Manny watches it go 2-0. Holbert digs in a little extra after that one. Two one. As Manny sends it over to his teammates, make sure they're paying attention. And he sent that one back towards us. We're paying attention. Washker Vincent Martinez in the on-deck circle. If Manny Jackson can get on. 2-2 count. Holbert's worked it back from that 2-0 start. Big curveball that never found the curve. Back-to-back full counts. LT goes, and he'll go back. Haywood running there as well. Everybody moving on contact. Two outs. Runners at first and second, another payoff pitch. And this one hit in the gap between first and second. That'll score one. Haywood will be held at third. And the Knights grab the first lead of the game. Manny Jackson comes up big here in the bottom of the first. Vincent Martinez, an opportunity to hit with runners at the corner. As a light rain starts to come down at the field. They've been calling for rain all day. I woke up expecting this game, or these games, excuse me, to be called. Was surprised they got game one in. Glad they got game two in, because I'm here with you. And it's a 1-0 start to Vincent Martinez. Manny Jackson doing the catching here for today. For the Knights here today. And Vincent Martinez, a shot, it's going, it may be, it's gone! Blink and you missed it. What a two-out rally here in the bottom of the first. Four quick runs here for the Knights off back-to-back hits. A RBI single from Manny Jackson and then a three-run home run from Washker Vincent Martinez. And that one, a no-doubter. Here comes Eric Elliott. Elliott. Swinging and missing. Looking to find the big part of the ballpark with a swing like that. 0-2. Holbert. Looking to quickly put this behind him. Cougars maybe looking to do the same as they've got some warm-up action in the bullpen. And Elliott fouls it off. Lives to see another day. Alex Rivera in the on-deck circle now here for the Knights. And that's strike three. Eric Elliott goes down looking, and Holbert saves the best for last. But the damage done. 4 runs in the bottom of the first for the Knights. How do the Cougars answer? It's 6-7-8. Start the second when we come back. Crawford finishing up his warm-up here in the top of the second as we come back. Jake Crawford pitched himself into maybe a little bit of a jam in the top of the first. A walk, followed an infield hit, and the Cougars had runners at first and second. But he did get the ground out. kept this game at 0-0. Now getting a chance to pitch with the lead as his offense struck for 4 runs in the bottom of the first. Crawford spotted the early lead. What can he do with it? Wilson, Miles, Jamison due up here for the Cougars. Joshua Wilson hits this one over to LT Jimenez, and it's a close play at first, but he is out. LT quick to get that ball out of his glove and get the speedy Joshua Wilson at first. Wyatt Miles steps into the batter's box now. Crawford misses high to start Miles. Miles has spotted an early 2-0 lead. Let's make it 3-0. Crawford pitched himself out of a couple slow starts in some at-bats in the first inning. Let's see what he does here in the second. It'll be his second walk. Dimitri Jamison steps into the batter's box, and Lane Gay steps into the on-deck circle. He'll be the next batter if the Cougars can avoid the double play here. And Crawford looking to keep the ball low. He misses the spot once again. That's 5 straight balls for Crawford. And the streak ends there as he gets a strikeout on the outside corner. Crawford would love attention. 1-1 pitch. Make it 2-1. Still no movement, at first from Miles. First as that goes foul. 2-2 count now. Wanted it until he didn't, but it found him. Wyatt Miles, the runner at first for the Cougars. Payoff pitch. And it's another walk. Back-to-back walks here after getting the ground out for out number 1. Is the number 9 hitter, so it is the top of the lineup up after this. The Knights love to get. The rain is not heavy, but it is steady. Light drizzle. That ball hit in between short and third. Second. But LT Jimenez needed a second longer to get it. No damage done on the scoreboard, but it does move them full, as that is the Cougars. And a chance to 0-1 the call now, or 0-1 the count now. Started to say both of the hits for the Cougars off soft contact, so they've yet to really lace one up for a hit off Crawford. Aiden Masters a strikeout and hit early opportunity to answer the 4-run first by the Knights as Masters and it runs 1-2. Masters looking for something to put into the outfield, and he got it. And it's down. That'll score one. But because everyone was expecting that ball to be caught, it'll only score one. Everyone else, well, I guess everyone really, moves up one. Masters moves to first. Miles moves in and scores. Dimitri Jameson now at third. Lane Gay at second. So it's 1 run on the RBI single from Aiden Masterson and Nico Gelman, the second batter for the Cougars to hit with the bases loaded. And what a block there from Manny Jackson, keeping that ball right in front, making sure those runners stay where they are. It's a 1-0 start to Gelman. Crawford would still love that double play, but at this point, he'll take it out any way he can get it. Cougars have answered for one. Can they answer for more? And that one hit softly over to first for out number 2, but it will put another run on the board, as it's a productive out. (4-2) the score now, as Justin Ackle gets a chance to hit with runners at second and third. Ackle, the first Cougars player with a hit today, the infield single. And is that a big breaker? That 2, and now it's even. Oh, wow. They appeal down to the other umpire, and he says he didn't go. So it's a 2-0 count. I was expecting just a strike call at the plate. Doesn't matter much now, as it's now 3-0. First base is open, and time is called here as the pitching coach wants to talk to his man on the mound. Frustration visible from Crawford, and understandable as well. That pitch a moment ago, but also that single That found action in front of us. Justin Ackle, 1 for 1 on the day. Looking to be an early candidate for hero of the game with a burst. That is 3 walks in the inning for Crawford, 4 in the game. And it's 0-2 to Brody Neviker. Brody Neviker will take a walk here. It would serve his purpose, do its job, but he wants to get his swings in. He'll be doing it from an 0-2 hole, though. Biggest spot of the game so far for the Knights. Pitched at second, and he's out. There. As far as he can. 1 and let's make it 2-2 though. A nice pop on the mitt there. He offered at it, or was it Boyd's? And Rivera takes second on the pass ball. We'll see. 1-2 count. And Corella looks to be swinging away. Though there he showed restraint. Stayed away from the outside pitch, 2-2. Cougars reliever looking to avoid back-to-back walks. And it's a grounder right back to the pitcher for out number 1. Indeed, will keep first base open as revenge on the mind here for Bowers, I'm sure. Rivera at second, 1 out now. Rivera took second on that pass ball. Wilson really wants to make sure he stays there. Cougars reliever looking to get a little help from Bowers at the, did not get it. And they're not. As Rivera's coming to the plate, and he just beats the throw. And the Knights get one of those runs back. Excuse me, now that I see that number on the back of the jersey, more. Pardon me, and I'm sorry to Smith's family. Adam Watkins, this is his 6th appearance on the season. He's got 3 wins on the year. Up a bit. Liam Bowers, RBI single. Alex Rivera comes around to score. LT Jimenez. LT Jimenez looking for his pitch here. Understanding big spot. 1 out. Wants to find something he can put in the air. Hit hard and, of course, avoid that double play. Double play could be Cougar's best friend here. And LT Jimenez works a walk. It is the 2nd walk of the inning. The last walk came around to score. And this inning started with 1 player in the Cougars bullpen getting started, and it is going to end with at least 2 players warming up. Though that could change with this visit now. Do they look to make the change now or look to give him the necessary words of encouragement for him to find the stuff to get out of this jam? And that is hit hard, but foul. And Luis Marrero had a line out in his first at-bat. And he hits that one in a tough spot. And it's caught out in center field. He's out at second. Bowers couldn't get back in time. And wow, a huge double play from the Cougars defense. And Liam Bowers' nightmare at second base continues. The Knights do strike for one on the RBI single from Bowers. So the lead is now 3 as it's 5-2 going into the third inning. Can the Cougars offense stay hot? We'll find out when we come back. Crawford still doing the pitching here for the Knights as he'll see Aiden Greensey, Joshua Wilson, and Wyatt Mills here in this inning. Dimitri Jamison will step in to the batter's box if the Cougars can get somebody on. Cougars struck for 2 runs in the second inning and made it a 2-run game. The Knights were able to answer with a run in the second as well. Got their lead to 3. 5-2 ball game. Lots of offense here in the early part of this game. Does it continue? Does the rain play a factor here at some point as the drizzles have picked up once again? Cut out for a couple minutes, but it's a steady light rain here at the Castle once again in the top of the third. Reminder at home, folks, this is game 2 of a doubleheader, so these two teams only scheduled to play 7 innings. And Aiden 0 for 1 here in the game so far with a ground out, looking to avoid the strikeout here as he's in the 0-2 hole. Crawford would love a 1-2-3 here in the third. He won't get out number 1 on that pitch as it's 1-2 now. Aiden Greensey still in the hole. And they get it out at first. The Aiden Greeny goes down on the K. And that's strikeout number 2 here for Crawford. Joshua Wilson 0 for 1 here. A ground out in his first at-bat. Crawford started Greeny out 0-2. He starts Wilson 1-0. And Crawford finally sees the sign he wants. He comes back with a beautiful breaking ball in the outside corner. Pitch like that, I'm sure you think to yourself afterwards, now if I could just do that every time. Wants the inside portion of the plate. Just misses it as it runs now 2-1. It's another battle here for Crawford. Crawford pitched into a jam in the first, got out with no runs as the Cougars strand runners at first and second. Second inning, if 4 Cougars batters get a chance to hit with the bases loaded. And that is sent up the middle for a single. Joshua Wilson picks up the hit for the Cougars, and Wyatt Mills walked and came around to score in his first at-bat. That was the first run scored in the game for the Cougars. I started to say the Cougars' 4 batters had a chance to hit with the bases loaded in that inning. Did strike for 2 runs, but also left the tying run at second and the go-ahead run at first. So a productive inning, but still a what could have been moment for the Cougars. How much does it hurt him? Only time will tell. We're still in the early stages of this game, but given the fact that it's doubleheader rules, it's one of those games where you blink and it's going to be the 7th inning and it's a save situation. Will that be the case? Stick around with me and find out. Back-to-back throws back to first as Haywood is playing first today. Manny Jackson doing the catching. Luis Marrero at second. LT Jimenez at short. And Alvin Carrella at third. He's already been tested. Middle of that night's defense would love to flash some leather here for a big inning-ending double play. 1 out, runner at first. 0-1 count after the big swing and a miss. Rain's let up here for a second. Still a cold day here at the Castle as the fans are bundled up. And another big swing. Another miss, though, as well. 1-2, and Wyatt Mills. Some words of encouragement from his bench. Spot to answer with some runs here for the Cougars. 1 out, man on first. And Wyatt fouls another one off. He's fouled back-to-back pitches off. Dimitri Jamison in the on-deck circle here for the Cougars. And oh my, we'll pause play here for a second. As usually, the baseballs find their way onto the lacrosse field. This time the lacrosse ball found its way onto the baseball field. Somebody really missed their target. The rain may have stopped, but the wind has picked up here. Big strikeout here for Crawford. Could fire him up, though. 1-2 count. And we'll wait. Strikeout would fire him up, but I bet a double play'd fire him up even more. We do have someone throwing now in the Knights bullpen. Had two players warming up and throwing in the Cougars bullpen when we ended that inning. And the double play just disappeared. Unless the Cougars give him a little help. Joshua Wilson takes second. Two count, runner at second, and it's another foul here from Wyatt Mills. Wyatt Mills putting together a solid AB. Fouled off some pitches. He saw enough pitches where Joshua Wilson was able to take second. Took out that double play ball. And he avoids a low pitch there and works it full. It's a 3-2. It's a 3-2 count now. Mills has worked himself all the way back. Can he strike for one here with the runner at second? Cougars looking to play catch up. 3-2 pitch. And it's a walk. Third inning in a row with a walk for Crawford. And how short is the leash for Crawford? Spoke a moment ago about that player throwing in the bullpen area for the Knights. Dimitri Johnson, the number 8 hitter, steps into the batter's box. It's Lane Gay, the number 9 hitter, up after him, but Lane Gay came through with a single in his last AB. Questions going through the mind of the Knights coaching staff, I'm sure. Crawford could put him at ease here if he handles the job at the plate. Dimitri Johnson, a walk in his first at-bat. Came around to score on an RBI fielder's choice. A 5-2 game. Runners at first and second. Jamison. The game-tying run at the plate. Will have to dig himself out of a hole here. 1-2 the count. His teammate Wyatt Mills was able to do just that. Eventually worked himself a walk. Jamison puts that in play. One, and it's slow out of the glove and bobbled by Marrero. So it's an out at second, but not the inning-ending double play that Crawford was hoping for. Dimitri Jamison, quick out of the batter's box, would have been a tough play, and I'm sure Marrero well aware of that, trying to get that ball out of his glove as quickly as possible at second base. The Knights do get one and keep the score right where it is at 5-2. Will that be the case at the end of Lane Gay's at-bat? Runners at the corner, the number 9 hitter. 1 for 1 in the game. They're looking to go 2 for 2 and bring this game to even. Big swing, but held, holding the sword at the end. This one, he catches him looking, and Crawford with a new intensity now. 1 pitch away from pitching in and out of the jam. Crawford gets him swinging, and it's a huge strikeout. And it's a 0 on the board for the Knights in the third. 5-2 is the score. Can the Knights make it 3 innings in a row with a run scored? Stick with me and find out. But was also able to keep a few off the board. Gave up 2 walks and a single in that inning. As you hear the radio announcer man, Mitch Haywood is our leadoff man in the third inning. Mitch walked and came around to score on the Vincent Martinez 3-run home run. Martinez will get a chance to bat here as it's Haywood, Manny Jackson, and then Washker Vincent Martinez. Haywood puts that up sky high and out of play. Everyone will hold their head. And everyone will turn their heads back to the action on the field. 1-1 is the count now. And that one hit into left for a single. It's a leadoff single for Watkins. Or excuse me, it's a leadoff single for Haywood off Watkins. How short is the leash here for the Cougars reliever? 2 players still in the bullpen area, one of them now throwing from the dirt area. Manny Jackson looking to make something happen with a runner at first and no outs. A 3-run home run huge key in this game, huge factor in this game, I should say, is both these teams have 4 hits. One swing of the bat, the Knights were able to bring 3 in, and that is the difference here in this game. 5-2 is the score on the big board. 1-1 is the count. Man, he's got great speed. So he'll be coming out of the box. And that's a bunt. Throw to first. He is safe. It's a bunt single for the catcher, Manny Jackson. Who said bunts aren't exciting? A little deja vu maybe as Vincent Martinez has a chance to hit with 2 runners on. He cleared them last time. He shows bunt this time. He bunts right back to the pitcher, and that was a great bunt as it died right in front of the catcher. Close play at first, but Washker Vincent Martinez plays the role of good teammate, moves him over to second and third. Sack bunt for out number 1, but a chance to hit with 2 runners in scoring position for Eric Elliott. Eric Elliott had himself a game yesterday defensively. Could come up huge for his team offensively right here. A little outside, but the ump calls strike 1, 0-1 the count now. Elliott, runners at second and third, no outs. A 1-1 count. Let's make it 2-1 as he misses well wide that time. Watkins looking a little frustrated, body language noticeably different from the start of this inning. Though may change after that. Blooper, and oh, it finds the grass. Play at the plate, Haywood is safe. Eric Elliott didn't get a lot of it, but he got enough of it for the RBI single, and it's now 3 innings in a row with a run scored here for the Knights. And the Cougars have seen enough, I believe. So Mitch Haywood led off the inning with a single, and he eventually comes around to score. Flowers, of course, to Vincent Martinez for his sacrifice bunt. Manny Jackson and Eric Elliott on base when we come back. Here's a new reliever in the game for the Cougars, and we'll tell you all about him when we return. Aiden Fernandez pitching now for the Cougars. This is Fernandez's 5th appearance on the year. He's had 1 start. He has 1 win, 8 2/3 inning. 5 strikeouts, 5 walks on the season, and an ERA of 1.4. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. It's an ERA of 1.04. Only 1 earned run on the year for Aiden Fernandez. It's the top of the lineup due up for the Cougars when we come back, or when they get another chance to hit, but they'll have to get 2 more outs before then, as it's runners at first and second. Alex Rivera will be the batter. 8-9 due up for the Knights, unless Fernandez can strike for a big inning-ending double play here. A bloop single for Eric Elliott, scoring Mitch Haywood. It was a good throw to the plate. It was close, just not close enough. Rivera hitting with runners on. Fernandez starting with a strike. And Rivera will hit from an 0-2 hole now as he goes looking for a big hit. Comes up empty. Rivera finds a little piece of the ball, keeps himself alive. He's earned the right to see at least one more. Fernandez wants to make sure it ends right here. Rivera says, one more, please. And it's the first ball thrown by Fernandez. And Rivera goes down swinging, and it's a huge second out for the Cougars. Second strikeout of the game for this Cougars pitching staff. First came back in the first inning. Alvin Corella. Chance to hit with runners at first and second. And Corella, first pitch swinging. And still no one able to straighten out Aiden Fernandez. Second batter in a row to start in a hole against Fernandez. It moved to 0-2. And throw to second, bounces in, and it's a double steal. Now it's runners at second and third. And the opportunity for the number 9 hitter, Alvin Corella, just got that much sweeter. Corella's 0 for 1, though, on the day with a ground out. First hit of the game for number 2 could be a big one for the Knights, as they've pushed their lead back to 4 runs with a run here in the third. Sent up the elevator chute, left fielder wants it, and he's got it. Out number 3 for the Knights, but they do come through for 1 on the RBI single from Eric Elliott. Will Crawford still be the pitcher when we return? Top of the lineup due up for the Cougars in the 4th. familiar spot for Crawford as he starts the fourth with a 4-run lead once again. He had a 4-run lead going into the second. Cougars were able to strike for 2. The Knights have been able to build it right back up. 6 runs through 3 innings for the Knights offense. Is it that kind of day for the Cougars? Or can they take their first step on the comeback trail right here, right now? Top of the lineup, Aiden Masters, his third AB. 1 for 2 with an RBI single. It's Masters, Gelman, and Ackle. They've all reached base safely here today. Four hits in the game for the Cougars, so their offense, has had their opportunities. There's clearly not as many opportunities as the Knights. 4 hits for the Cougars, 6 for the Knights. And then, of course, that huge 3-run home run from Washker Vincent Martinez. Really the difference in the game. It's now 3-1 to the leadoff man. Two players, again, warming up in the bullpen area for the Cougars. Had somebody earlier in this game warming up in the Knights area. No one right now, as Crawford now works it back to full. Works it to full. Can't work it back to full. You get what I'm saying. And Crawford thought he got the strikeout, and the umpire says just a little low. So it's a walk for Aiden Masters here in the fourth. And remember, fans, this is game 2 of a doubleheader, so these two teams only scheduled to play 7 innings right now. And, of course, the weather could play a factor at some point as well. Fingers crossed that it doesn't. Nico Gelman, RBI fielder's choice in his second at-bat, and a hard line out to third in his first. This one right to second for 1. They'll throw to 2, and they won't get the second out. Had to get a tag on at second, and there was no chance with the speedy Aiden Masters at first. So it's another fielder's choice for Nico Gelman. And it's another at-bat for Nico where he made good hard contact, but just put it right at a Knights infielder. Justin Ackle has reached base safely in his first 2 at-bats, an infield hit and a walk. Getting a chance to hit with a runner in scoring position. The Cougars, a run an inning, go a long way. A run an inning and a couple of zeros. We could have a brand new ball game. Crawford says my bad as he misses his spot. 1-0 is the count now. Brody Neviker in the on-deck circle. The Knights would need a little help with a double play with that runner at second. Cougars well aware, trying to avoid any unnecessary outs on the bases. It's 2-0 now at the plate to Ackle. Manny Jackson also working extra hard behind the plate to make sure nothing passes him. Masters stays right there at second. Big curveball. Gets Ackle ducking. And it's a 3-0 count to number 17 at the plate. Does he have the green light? We'll never know. Three-one now. Three-two. He comes back with two pretty pitches. No argument from Ackle at the plate. I think he thought that first one definitely was a ball. Second one, he came back, same spot. What does he have here now that it's full? Crawford, big spot, runner at second, and it's hard hit down the left field line, going, and it is gone. Two-run home run for Justin Ackle, up and out of the Castle. And just like that, the Cougars, home run of their own, make that scoreboard look a little bit different. So a home run for the Knights and a home run for the Cougars here in this game. Two-run shot over the left field fence. Scores Aiden Masters from second. Brody Neviker, 0 for 1 in the game. Walked in his first at-bat. Fielder's choice in his second. And Neviker sends this foul down the third base line, and it is a new feel to this game after that home run. And the bullpen warming up once again for the Knights. How short is the leash for Crawford after that big home run? They just can't keep Justin Ackle off the bases. Productive at bat in all three of his appearances in the batter's box. Infield hit, walk, two-run home run. The offenses continue to click here in game two of this doubleheader. 10 runs scored in total. A 2-2 count now. Cougars' fifth hit of the game, their most productive one yet. They started this inning down 4, guaranteed to end it at least down 2. Can they strike for some more runs with only one out here? Big breaker, and he misses. I'm behind the umpire and the catcher, so I can't see where it crosses the plate, but man, coming out of his hand, did it look pretty. Style points counted for anything. Crawford would have got the K there. Instead, it runs full. 3-2. Neviker sends it into center field, and the baton is passed down 1. It's back-to-back hits for the Cougars. Single for Brody. Aiden Greeny steps up into the batter's box. 0 for 2 here. Just about to say double play ball could be Crawford's best friend, but I think it will be the best friend of the next guy, as this looks like the end of the line for Crawford. Indeed, it will be. We'll tell you all about our reliever for the Knights when we come back. Matt Height doing the pitching, his 6th appearance on the year. Height has 1 save, 7 innings, 7 1/3 innings work. 1.23 ERA, 1.23 ERA, excuse me, on the season. 6 Ks, 2 strikeouts, or excuse me, yes, 6. Let me try that one more time. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks on the season. And Matt Height comes into this lead, or excuse me, into this game with a 2-run lead, and he will look to keep it that way. Game 2 started as a rainy day, and it has turned into a chilly day. And what does Matt Height have here in store for this Cougars offense? The Knights have scored at least 1 run in every inning so far in this game. Put a total of 6 runs on the board so far. Cougars offense not far behind them though. Those 2 runs in the 2nd and now 2 more here in the 4th. Runner at first. Aiden Greeny 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Looking to avoid the double play here. Matt Height gets his first pitch across for a strike. And second pitch is strike 2. Oh, 2 hole to Greeny, for Greeny. How does he respond? Greeny thought about it. Cooler heads prevailed, though. You saw those arms start to pull forward. Was able to keep the gun in the holster, though, and move it to 1-2. Height still thinking about that double play. And he won't get it on that as it's back-to-back singles. And he's going for 3. Play at the 3rd, and he's safe. And whoa, he's taking 2nd. Great base running there from the Cougars. Neviker forcing the issue, and Greeny following right behind him. And just like that, Matt Height started off with 2 strikes, and now he is pitching with 2 runners in scoring position. The tying run at 2nd, go-ahead run at the plate. It's Aiden Greeny. Started off in an 0-2 hole. Worked himself into a position. He was able to get a huge single for the Cougars. And it is 3 straight hits for the Cougars. And Joshua Wilson with a single already today. A single could score 2. The way the Cougars are running the bases right now. Remember, fans at home, game 2 of a doubleheader. So this is just going to be 7 innings. We are rapidly approaching the later stages of this ball game. How many more opportunities like this will the Cougars have? 1 out, runners at 2nd and 3rd. Fly ball scores 1. And he gets the fly ball, but does it leave the infield? It does. Elliott, the throw is to the plate, and wow. That was a little closer than I was expecting. Good throw from Elliott, so it keeps Greeny at 3rd, but it does score 1, And it is a one-run game now after the sacrifice fly from Joshua Wilson. So productive out. The Cougars have struck for 3 runs here in the 4th. Brody Neviker with a single after the 2-run home run off of Crawford. It was the last batter that Crawford saw, so that run will go to him. But still, Matt Height not thrilled about what's unfolded here. The single and the hard contact into right field. Could put all that behind him here with a big out at the plate. Wyatt Mills, 2 walks and a run scored in the game so far for him. So 0 for 0 with a nice batting on base percentage, I should say. And he's halfway to his 3rd walk as it now moves to 2-1. Jackson. Important he keeps this ball right there in front of him. And now it's 3-1. Huge spot here for the Knights. Maybe the biggest of the game so far. And it'll run full. Mills will be swinging at this one. Miles sends it over to shortstop. Throw to first. Gets it on the hop. Haywood does for out number 3. But the Cougars strike for 3 runs and get this to a 1-run game. It is 6-5 Knights. They've scored at least 1 run in every inning so far. Can they continue that trend? Stick around with me and find out. Fernandez still doing the pitching here for the Cougars. He came in relief in the last inning. And this has been an exciting game here so far. 11 runs scored total between the 2 teams. 13 hits on the board. And we're through 3.5 innings. Only 5 strikeouts between these 2 pitching staff, so even when it's not a hit, these guys are putting it in play or they're earning the walk. So we have seen more than a few walks here today. Ten walks total between the 2 teams. 6 walks issued by the Knights pitching staff, 4 by the Cougars. So those free passes for the Knights leading to opportunities for the Cougars, and they're making the most of them. 6-5, we are well underway here in this one as we are 2 pitches into the bottom of the 4th. We're scheduled to play 7 innings. So this one could be a nail-biter. The Knights already with a walk-off home run on the season. looking to avoid a walk-off situation here today as they're still holding on to that lead. They built that lead to 4 runs 2 separate times today. First time the Cougars were able to get it to 2. This time they've gotten it all the way to 1. Bowers has got the count to 2-2. So it's the top of the order for the Knights, and Bowers laces that one, but right to the right fielder. Good hard contact. And Bowers is held off of the bases this time for the first time. Bowers had a walk and an RBI single in his first 2 at-bats, but ran into some drama at second both times. LT Jimenez oh for 1 in the game with a walk and a run scored. Oh, his run scored came back in the first when he reached base on a fielder's choice. And Jimenez watches it go to 1-2. And Jimenez hits that one hard. It's going back at the wall, and it's off the wall. It'll go for 2. And Jimenez to maybe the deepest part of the ballpark. He just missed a home run. It's a 1-out double, though, for number 11, LT Jimenez. And LT now has his opportunity to restart his hitting streak. He saw his 6-game hitting streak end in game number 1. It's his first hit of the doubleheader. And Marrow not helping himself out there. Or Marrero, excuse me. The way everyone's looking at me, I guess that was closer to hitting me than I realized. So solid contact in Luis's first 2 at-bats, but no hits to show for it. Hit a line out in his first at-bat and then a fly-out double play in his second. Chance to hit with a runner in scoring position here in the 4th. The Knights scored at least 1 run in every inning so far today. And oh, it's strike number 3 on Luis Marrero. And I think he knew it. Fernandez may have fooled him, as that's the 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for this Cougars pitching staff. Mitch Haywood looking to continue his productive day at the plate. He's got 2 runs scored on a 1-for-1. Though he sends this one over to second for out number 3, and it's the first 0 on the board for the Cougars pitching staff, and it couldn't have come at a bigger time. As we'll go to the top of the 5th, 6-5 ball game. Can the Cougars finish playing catch up here? 8-9, and then the top of the lineup due up here for the Cougars in the 5th. Dimitri Jamison, Lane Gay, and Aiden Masters. Everyone due up here in this inning for the Cougars has reached base safely. Aiden Masters and Dimitri Jamison have both come around to score runs for this Cougars offense. Matt Height still doing the pitching. He was the first reliever. He is the first reliever of the game for the Knights as Crawford took it as far as he could take it. Height did give up a sacrifice fly, though that run will count as Crawford's. As player who came around to score was the last batter that Crawford faced. Oh, Height, if you asked him, I'm sure he took it just as personally. And it's a strike to start off Dimitri Jamison. Jamison, a walk in the second, came around to score in that inning. And then a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Getting a chance to bat here in the 5th. He's the leadoff man. This ball game has a brand new feel to it after the Cougars struck for 3 runs, and Jimenez gets to it but can't field it cleanly. And I think that should go down as a hit. We'll find out what the official ruling is in a moment. And he shows bunt, puts it down the first base line. Height's there. He tags him out, but he does get the runner to move over to second. So it is ruled as a single for Jamison and a sacrifice bunt for Lane Gay. And the tying run is now at second base for the leadoff man, Aiden Masters. Masters 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. RBI single in the 2nd. And then that walk came in the 4th. Came around to score in that inning as well. He was a part of that big 4th inning that got this game to where it is. A score of 6-5 on the big board and a count of 2-0 to the leadoff man here in a big spot. And soft contact made, and it goes foul as it'll now move to 2-1. Matt Height with the pitch, and it'll be the second strike of this at-bat as he finds that bottom outside corner. 2-2 the count now. Runner still at second with 1 out in a 1-run ball game. And he's caught in the middle, throw back, and no one's covering second. And why would they be? Certainly no one expecting that. Almost a costly out, though, on the bases for the Cougars. That runner at second, the game-tying run. And strike 3 for Matt Height. It is his first strikeout of the day. Matt Height got the out. He also got it exactly how he wanted, kept that ball from being put in play. And now he'll take it however he can get it, as Nico Gelman is at the plate. 0 for 3 for Gelman, but productive, as he does have an RBI, and he's made some really good contact in this game today. Hard line out at third, and then a hard ground ball down the first base line that was played nicely by Mitch Haywood. And it'll run to 1-1. It's now with 2 outs. Cougars need Nico Gelman to put something in play. It was a 0 on the board for the Cougars in the bottom of the 4th. Can the Knights answer back with a 0 of their own? Cougars trying to score runs in back-to-back innings for the first time today, and Height understanding the moment he steps off. Regroups, and the 2-1 pitch will follow. And hit over to first once again, but Haywood there again for the out. And it is a 0 on the board for this Knights pitching staff. Leadoff single for Dimitri Jamison. They get him to second, but can't get him in. It stays a 1-run game as we go into the bottom of the 5th. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Knights when we come back. An RBI single in his first at-bat. So Jackson 2 for 2 in the game. 2 for 2, an RBI and a stolen base. A productive day at the plate in the batter's box, and also, of course, productive day behind the plate. As Manny Jackson is catching a good game here for the Knights, and he's swinging to change the tune of this game as everyone has shifted to the edge of their seat, as it is a 1-run game in the bottom of the 5th, and we are in the later stages of this ball game, as these two teams only scheduled to play 7 innings. The Knights, through the first 3 innings, had scored at least 1 run in every inning. They were hit with the 0 for the first time in the 4th. Can they respond here in the 5th? Build their lead up a little bit. Jackson sees his first ball, and it goes 1-2. And it'll go 2-2 as that one's high. Jackson lays off. Aiden Fernandez still doing the pitching here for the Cougars. He's done a spectacular job. He has had the stuff to quiet these bats for the Knights. And Jackson hears that and maybe changes the tune as that one is going, but not gone as it's caught a step or two in front of the center field fence. Jackson sent it for a ride, but it eventually ran out of bus fare, and it's out number one. Washker, Vincent Martinez, a 3-run home run and a sacrifice bunt so far here in this game. Vincent Martinez can really be the hero for the Knights with a big hit here in the bottom of the fifth. 1 out and 1 strike on the board to number 10. And Vincent Martinez finds the hole in between short and third. And it's a 2-2 game for number 10. Washker, Vincent Martinez, swinging a big stick here and playing a big role for this Knights offense. Eric Elliott, an RBI single in the third on a bloop single to left. A strikeout in the first. Elliott will regroup after that one was called an out, or called a strike on the outside portion. And there goes Vincent Martinez. Throw down to second is good, but it bounces over the glove, and number 10 will take third. And now it's a sac fly situation for Eric Elliott. That was a really good throw down to second, but it hit the wrong pebble and bounced right over the glove of the shortstop. Tough break there for the Cougars. The strikeout. Oh, wow. Had some action here in the stands. Action resumes on the field, though. 0-1. Make it 0-2 as, I don't know if Elliott offered or it caught the black. Either way, this is a huge spot for Fernandez if he can get the out at the plate on the strikeout. Elliott puts it in play and earns the right to see one more. Good piece of hitting from the Knights' right fielder. Elliott's got pop in the bat. If he can get his pitch, he can change this game. Two is the count now as Fernandez misses on that. Elliott earns the right to see one more. Elliott putting the ball boys to work here, fouling off pitch after pitch. 1 out. He's looking for something he can drive into the outfield for a sac fly at worst. And he just misses. Fernandez thought he had strike 3, but instead it goes to a full count, and the Knights clubhouse is loving it. Payoff pitch. Runner at third, and it's a strikeout for Fernandez. A huge second out in this inning. The 4th strikeout of the afternoon for this Cougars pitching staff, and here is Alex Rivera. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And he'll start 1-0. Biggest spot of the game so far for this Cougars pitching staff. Down 1, a runner at third with 2 outs. And it's an 0-2 count to Rivera. And the Knights were fired up on their sideline just a moment ago. Now the Cougars fired up on theirs. And Rivera earns the right to see one more. Oh, 2 pitch, and he sends it into the outfield, and it will not be. Oh, it's caught! What a sliding catch by the center fielder! A shoestring catch, and the game stays right where it is at 5-6. The biggest play of the game defensively so far, for sure. A huge third out to end the 5th, and we will go to the 6th. 6-5. Matt Height continuing to do the pitching for the Knights. Alex Rivera with great contact there. That was headed towards the gap, and I thought for sure the way that was dropping, he was going to catch that on the bounce. Great hustle from the center fielder. Fellers over there in Bristol, Connecticut may want to see that one. So Matt Height still doing the pitching here for the Knights. He was the first reliever they went to. They do have some action in the bullpen, so how short is the leash for number 6? He came in and gave up a sacrifice fly in his first inning of work, but that run went against Crawford as it was the last batter he faced. So he himself is yet to give up an earned run, but that could change here. Top of the 6th. 6-5 game. And it is Justin Ackle at the plate. Justin Ackle, a perfect 2 for 2 with a walk on the day. Maybe a little extra emphasis on the word perfect as Ackle, the 2-run home run in the 4th, that really changed this ball game. Matt Height comes at him, gets it back to even at 1-1. Number 17 swinging a big stick and feeling himself. And he'd love to see that pitch again. Fooled him once. 1-2, Matt Height. Coming to the plate with his best stuff. Biggest moment. And he gets him swinging. Matt Height with a huge strikeout to start the 6th. And Justin Ackle goes down swinging, and it's his first trip down to the dugout. Brody Neviker, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And really, Brody's heads-up base running created a huge inning for the Cougars last time he was up. This one, he skies high. Catchable maybe. Manny wants it. And he got it. A huge second out for the Knights. Aiden Greeny, 1 for 3 with a strikeout here today. Getting a chance to hit with 2 outs in the 6th inning. The Knights 1 out away from putting a 0 on the board in a big spot. And Matt Height is having himself his best inning yet. Got the strikeout to start. "0-2 is the count now. A little confusion there, but the big board tells the story. 0-2, and ooh, just got a piece of that and earned a right to see one more. Aiden Greeny, single in the 4th inning, strikeout in the 3rd, a ground out in the 1st. 0-2 count, 2 outs, and it'll go to 1-2. The intensity and excitement written all over Matt Height's face. And he got him! 2 strikeouts in the inning for number 6. And it's a 0 on the board. 6-5 is the game, or is the score, going into the bottom of the 6th. And this game continues to amaze. Aiden Fernandez still doing the pitching for the Cougars. They had somebody warming up in the bullpen area. Now he's standing with arms folded, maybe just waiting for the call. This has been an incredible game between these two teams. 6-5 is the score. These pitching staffs have found the zeros they've needed in the later innings. Can the Knights give their closer a little breathing room going into the 7th? Or can Aiden Fernandez put another 0 on the board, give his hitters a chance to finish their game of catch-up? Cougars have been walking the comeback trail all afternoon here in game number 2. They're so close, just 1 run down. They need a 0 here in the bottom of the 5th, or bottom of the 6th, excuse me. It is Alvin Corella, and then the top of the order due up here in this inning for the Knights. Corella 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. And it'll go to 1-1 as Fernandez misses on the outside. Fernandez has really found the pitches needed to quiet these bats for the Knights as Corella puts it into the hole in between short and third for a leadoff single. And his first hit of the game couldn't have come at a bigger time. So it is a leadoff single for the number 9 hitter, and it's Liam Bowers, the leadoff man, a chance to hit with a runner on. And throw back to first is closer than it needed to be. And everyone will take a big sigh of relief as Corella was able to get back. Liam Bowers, 0 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. And some drama at second base. Bauer shows bunt, puts this one in play. Only play is at first. Is out number 1, but it's a sacrifice bunt for Liam Bowers. And here comes LT Jimenez. A huge double in his last at-bat, and he's got a chance to put his hero pants on here in the top or the bottom of the 6th. LT Jimenez getting a chance to hit with a runner in scoring position. 1-run game in the bottom of the 6th. Jimenez swinging for the fences. He missed a home run on his double by 1 1/4 inches. Found the deepest part of the ballpark, and now he's going to get a couple words of encouragement from his coach. And now some words of encouragement from the Cougars coach. You're going to talk strategy. I'll talk strategy too. Why not? Take advantage of it while you can. Big spot, maybe biggest of the game. 1 out, runner at second. Cougars need to keep it right where it is. Big enough hill in front of them, being down 1 going into the top of the 7th. LT Jimenez in the Knights offense thinking of adding at least 1 more to that. And Jimenez lays off the high cheese. LT Jimenez, and timeout taken by the catcher.